Hello, I'm Jae Sung. Nice to meet you. I would like to talk about the utilitarian framework for COVID-19 pandemics. And I will introduce one article, Thursday, June 11, 2020, ethics to double down on utilitarian framework for pandemics. Utilitarianism, medical ethics has come to under heavy fire in recent months. Many commentators have, for example, criticized the utilitarian isolationing framework, framework that discriminate against other people and people with disabilities. Others have condemned the failed introduction of herd immunity strategies that involve allowing coronavirus to spread through the community to create population level resistance to COVID-19. These policies seek to maximize the long-term social and economic welfare of a society, but many believe that we should instead prioritize the needs of society most vulnerable, such as the elderly and those with disabilities, and even if this comes at a considerable cost. Three ethics from the University of Oxford, however, have mounted the spirited defense of utilitarian approaches to pandemic management. Utilitarianism is not ever they condemned, it's just misunderstood. Julian Savulescu, Ingemar Bergson, and Dominic Wilkinson argue that the problems encountered in a pandemic necessitates a utilitarian approach to saving lives and protecting the well-being of society. The authors discuss how utilitarianism could inform two practical issues that have been important in the COVID-19 pandemic: healthcare rationing and lockdown measures. Healthcare rationing debates are often characterized by the concept of to ensure equity and fairness in our distribution of medical inventions. Yet, the authors state that we should instead focus on maximizing benefits obtained from our resources and, in particular, maximizing the number of quality adjusted life years that its intervention produced. When triaging in ICU, we should prioritize prioritize those with the highest chance of surviving and needing the lowest duration of treatment. This would maximize the numbers of lives saved. The authors write, it is a similar situation when introducing lockdown measures. The important issue for vegetarians is not the number of deaths, but the QALYS lost. The authors suggest that this has practical implications for the way in which we weight the needs of people in care homes. The lives of older people they contend are less important as they have a much shorter life expectancy than younger people. There is also some evidence that the lockdown and related factors such as reduced access to medical care has led to additional deaths from causes other than coronavirus. Discussing Sweden's more lax physical distancing measures, the authors write, because a large proportion of deaths in Sweden are in care homes, there may be pure QALYS lost them Paris with caused a smaller number of avoidable deaths of younger, healthier people. While for many, the conclusions of a utilitarian framework would seem cold and incompassionate. The authors conclude with some suggestions that are less controversial. They write, for example, of the need to get very clear and accurate modeling data before government decide on a course of action. I have interested one article, Ethics Double Down on Utilitarian Framework for Pandemics, and I want for you to have the reflection of pandemics ethics. Thank you very much for listening to my work.